All right, I'm back, and it's time to do the clear parts. Oh, wait a minute. We're going to safely detach from the underside only the saucer. There, good. Set it right back down where it came from. Good. And then detach the other part of the saucer, again, from the underside only, so that you don't touch the completed hull. There you go. Okay, good. Now, clear parts or nacelle parts? Right, you see the clear parts, you see the parts that have grills that go on the outer part of the nacelle. You see the I'm just that's the impulse engine that gets colored cobalt blue eventually. Oh, and little nacelle tabs and everything. Oh my goodness, there's so much here. The blue and the green, yes. I hope that is not a part. Okay. Clear parts get primed next, yes. Haven't primed the nacelle housings yet. Keep wondering if I should do that. Now let's, just for argument's sake, let's take a look at what the nacelle looks like next to the... Oh, it's kind of a very dark copper, isn't it? Don't worry, I've got lots of folk art and everything. Yeah, because you're going to have to start assembling the clear parts into the primary hull, so it's better to paint them all and find the numbers. Okay. All right, here we are. Now, that is the non-gluing side. Now, what I'm trying to do here is paint them without the primer, because this is the surface of the clear dome, which I assume is some kind of white. Yes. There. That is definitely some kind of creamy white. Good. Now we know. Excellent. Okay. So, you might as well just... Oh, careful. I set the leg of the stand on something. That's not good. All right, let's see here. Well, that's the surface it needs to be primed. I mean, you can always... But this... See, I don't know. Is it this side? No. That's the side with the pegs. So I think it is this side that needs to be painted. But if you paint that side with the primer, you wouldn't see the blue. I'm beginning to wonder if I should do what I once did before and separate out the parts and spray paint them, the clear parts, without a primer from the beginning, just because. Because you have the Tester's light blue here that I plan to use. So, okay, that's what I'll do. A very weird coincidence. The NX-01 saucer is almost the exact same size as the 2500 scale Enterprise C saucer. But of course, I better check the guide now and make sure that the clear parts all are OA, clear blue, and clear blue. Good. Okay, so you know that you can cut this off right here. There. That's the clear blue section. Perfect. All right. Anything else that's clear blue? And where is that gold Sharpie? Because I'm going to need it to label the part number so I can see things. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back again. So I have separated out all the blue sections that I need. Now they're going to be able to fit on one spot, and I've got my 4 clips. But this is also, these are not light blue. No. These are probably going to be black or the color of the kit. Red, red, white. So now you have to find Ziploc bags to put these small pieces in so they don't get misplaced. And I'm going to paint the small parts with just the proper color. And I can adjust with Calypso Sky later, because that seemed to be the exact shade of the NX-01 engines, which I used on the refit as well. And since this is going to be a different color, you actually want to separate out. Now, how do you do that? Because you don't want to misplace the part number. Well, you could do. No, that won't separate it out. Leave that alone for now. All right, time to find my clips. And oh, they're there. And get the piece that I need to clamp them together. All right. So here we are. There we go. Okay. 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, 4. And 4 clamps. And I'm going to go heat up the blue paint. All right. The blue is heating up, so time to clamp it now. There. Now that is the side without the pegs, so that's good because you don't want any glue to get on them. And I realized I can probably there, top. Good. There we go. All right. And I'm also going to heat up the bright red because there are a couple pieces I can paint, like the nacelle tabs, right away. I mean, the nacelle domes. All right, and tilt this down so it's completely flat because you don't want gravity to, there, come on. Okay, come up a bit. There, flat. Flat is important. Now this part, good, good, good. Now this, which is actually little clear blue stuff too. Gotta go on the other side. Oh dear. They're so tiny. That should work. Okay, now this one is the longest part. It can be clamped directly in the middle. No, just a minute now. You take a look at where the engines are. Yeah, that way. So that means you have to rotate this a 1/4 degree. And then paint that blue right from there. Okay, good. Because that's like the deflector dish housing or something. Isn't it? Yes, I believe it is. Yes, it is. 100 is the deflector dish housing. And if it doesn't get full coverage, I will go over it with the cobalt blue. All right, there we are. Okay, good. So everything's ready for the blue. Put that in the box and then get the red pieces ready. There should only be 3 of them. Because the very tiniest parts I'm only painting by hand. In fact, I'm going to institute that policy for these pieces too because they're so tiny. So red and green and tiny red go into the bag. All right, there we are. These parts get painted by hand only. I'm going to lean them up against the little... Okay, good. There we go. All right. Now, we are looking for the nacelle domes, aren't we? Yes, we are. Tell me I didn't... Oh, no, I didn't lose them. They're right here. See? There they are. Okay, now how do we separate them from the sprue? There you are. Now, you want to make sure that that does not get cross-contaminated with the other piece. So you've got to make sure to paint them separately. First, you put the other parts away. This white dome will be painted from this side, but that'll be separate. You don't want anything to happen to it. Here's the red piece. So you just pick a piece of tape. You tape it down. Say there. Good. Now, the good thing is you can only heat up 2 cans at once. So I will be back when everything's painted. That was painting preparation for clear parts. See you in a few minutes. This is now episode 4, painting the clear parts. This is 4A. Preparation for B will be the result.